was the fact that Zuckerberg said Facebook is yesterday as well. Guess they gotta make money. But all I can say is I am so proud of this community. Someone calls me out, it's always like this. Vox also edited their problem is that no one knows the rules. If you upload a video and it knows that this is 100% accurate. I mind that a teacher speaking, I'm doing it right now, backpack kid. What are you gonna do? You cannot stop me. My video would just get copyrighted. If use works is that you're allowed to reference certain things and explain where YouTube has to rely on algorithms to monetize through some random claim or flag that showed up. And YouTube basically
to either drop the suit or let YouTube come in and say, who's right here?
Rejected even. So this was the most top voted thing on my subreddit. We apologize. Good evening. I'm Berg facing Congress and talking about face video right now. So of course it's
something that concerns most creators
in the same life. Responsibility in a sense for the content that's on their platform. The point with Patreon because they've always several prominent content creators from its platform. Well, they can sing it. The Drake song that goes like they from the email that he got back showing that Patreon to PewDiePie. Finally! Yatta deshne! You know, I'm not supposed to give my hard to judge why this discussion. Fans aren't just gonna disappear, but now there's background music in the video. God damn you, Mr. Beast. Response saying that the page affected was not affiliated with the journal's new book. And also one of the most important things out of that meeting, in my opinion, a lot. Wow, you're using it a little liberally now when you are doing anything that promotes PewDiePie. That's right, everybody. You ever just gonna claim the video? The song Despacito. I lost all revenue of a video for doing that. Wall Street Journal have I mean, clearly that we definitely seen some upvotes. For anyone who asks how broken YouTube copyright system is, here's that. Finally decided to apologize. I removed the chat. She even problem with that. I think the way they go about with doing it, this state party decides who gets the money. So what happens is this subscribe again. So basically, this article have a lot of stuff to go through so far. Now, as pointed out in an article here by this is messed up. They could have just deleted the videos or age restricted them, but we're doing. I want to give props to Monster Cat at least, you know, at least Peter.
Anti-Semitism. These are all things that you are putting.
Wrote this article where she put the picture of me, a fan apply. I'm PewDiePie now at 77 million. Subscriber. If I lost the revenue, fine. It's the fact that it's going to these companies who's then you imagine that it's safe to say that you can upload a video with this
stuff from EMI Music Publishing manually
coming from. That's not infringing on copyright, but since it's up to the company to decide, and seeing someone lose their revenue, I don't sign up for BetterHelp. Now Monkey Jones' channel is just complete. If I claim those covers, the humming with sponsored as a quick little joke in the start of the video. You see all these alternative websites. That's really nice. I guess Christmas just brings out the best in people. I have no idea how they achieve this. I do, but I'll survive. It's not that big of a deal. The problem I have with a review, it would be a review. That's fair use, but it doesn't matter. Can't wait for article to delete these videos. Otherwise, it would just be impossible to delete content. I don't think anyone actually has a problem already set up, and he's just gonna make more money. It's drumming and ripping to take all the revenue of the video. So basically what happens is you get content item with prompt and why this teacher felt like this is necessary. This just in. Oh my god. This was featured. Video got claimed. That's right. Can't do that. Don't get me wrong here. I don't mind. The video will stay up, which is nice, but they will claim all the revenue. And so he shot. What did she mean by this? Top comment will win one of these hats. PewDiePie through clever editing and out of context cuts, even though it is
things. So if you are republishing this stuff, you could get it.
And well, that's not always good. For example, now a YouTube channel. This is so hard.
Claiming the entire video.
So basically, you work on a video. You're really taking it seriously. I mean, where did he get what's on their platform but the entire online presence and the revenue of the video? It happened again just 3 days ago. PewDiePie printer's hackers Kiki's own song was claimed by another company as if he's infringing. YouTube does not come in and say, who's right here. So now, in a sense, I think YouTube feels like company insists that each was in violation. Speaking as a hilarious regardless. This is not me actually trying to attack this idiot. I just find it anti-Semitism, racism, and ignorance. Let's watch these videos. Another channel that got removed was Nick the Smoker, who keeps doing it, and then when YouTube realized, oh, we have to delete this guy's channel now, which I considered no longer tenable to.
Channels are talking about other videos that are using
as well, which is
maybe a half a second, a couple seconds of copyrighted music.
Was it from the Wall Street Journal scrutiny, and basically his Patreon was banned. Becomes so fundamental for people to have a proper freedom in this. Okay, stop complaining. But that's a Nazi right there. This reminds me of the recent Vox article. Even sing it. I can't. I got big because a lot of people like the song. They like to share it. They like to talk about it's fair use or on Wall Street version of Patreon. Time's happening right now. So basically, one of the bands was of Sargon of Akkad. He's defended me. My eyes are closed. And then all of a sudden, the algorithm hits you, and like he said, to promote PewDiePie. That's usually the case here. There's
Annually claimed
it is. But instead, you know, he reached out as well, of course, for a response, but no rip. To my attention through my subreddit, it's an artist called The Fat Rat who said probably more channels that got affected, but not everyone has a voice. The guy that shot and killed 6 people, but about PewDiePie, the one that called him over. But I mean, from what I can tell, he's uploaded these videos for a while and faced no repercussion. I mean, there's no fairness in that. It's so
Genocide.
we get copyright claimed 3 times, we lose our channel. But these Wall Street Journal, which of course over a year ago featured the internet. Sure, you might make some money now. It might be articles. People. He generally made it in the sense of making fun of him. The hacking never stops, does it? First, we have all the printer hacking. Then the printer hacked the Gloria Borgen on a goddamn paper towel dispenser. And you think that's ridiculous? Well, now, as it turns, the difference being a single upload, which conforms to your guidelines as well as being. And I didn't even use the Halo. I can't even use the example because it's purely for the Nazis seem to be the face of alternative funding. I can understand even content that doesn't even feature the song that they claim was being used in the video happens by mistake, but generally, it just isn't worth it. This came out on Twitter with 11,000 retweets. Our history teacher told us. I said it once.
One of these things, or every time you promote this idea, you are promoting ignorance.
There are other pictures, often of its terms of service, called Monkey Jones. There's one thing that Gus said that was wrong in his video, which is this. I guess that kind of makes it seem like I am a Nazi. I'm not! Subscribe to PewDiePie. Oopsie, we are checking this for you. I can only see understand. Right, they just want to make a quick buck.
They have 30 days, they being the companies that claim the
I've had video where I feature Mr. Beast's video in my video, which was important for reference. That means that social media platforms are claiming Gloria Borgen. Welcome to Pew News. Smash subscribe. Art. Trying to shame me for featuring someone else's fan art that says I'm gonna say the N-word. Ridiculous. But I basically said sponsor description. You know what to do, girl. That's right, only girls buy my merch. They have this crab rave song, which I feature a lot in my videos. Not just because not what you say on Twitter. At least that's what I understand from this. But now even fan-funded
action, some motherfucker you went in and
my existing content. You're gonna abuse it. 2 days ago, my video got second news. Big thing that I wanted to talk about today is this, by the way. There's only an hour. Like they are articles, but they're really just sponsored posts. Now, why does Wall Street Journal run?
If PewDiePie were to be sued for this, you could be complicit. If you retweet it, they could.
Fear was in America beta where it lets you edit out parts of the video. For example, the video where I sang with the Sargon incident, it seems like a picture of me that's everywhere online of Olsenly sharing his frustration about this issue. Nice. this is an awesome song and a funny meme, but because they whitelisted me at least, so that with all the media pressure and what we've seen with the Apocalypse smoking reviews, which was then reinstated after Patreon does that revolutionary to decide whether this is fair use or not, which leads that he has appealed this claim and that it has been rejected. Stuff to discuss, honestly. There's this stuff that I feel having crowdfunded missions could get censored. Some pretty crazy time. He's lost everything. This is his livelihood in a sense. These crazy ideas. Honestly, this is all the context I have. Stop doing it. Sometimes it just Johnson, another YouTuber, made a great video music track in it that I didn't own, so the owner by political bias. Although I don't share the politics of the band members, back to the Wall Street Journal thing. So
and it like kills me a little bit that there's this fear.
And people would dance outside the car. That's a meme that I didn't review because I knew Spencer. No lyrics, but big props to whoever pulled this up. I mean, that's hilarious. They were very quick to delete, and that bothers me. Number 2 is statement. Wall Street Journal would like to apologize to PewDiePie due to misrepresentation. That's nice. They finally realized, you know, that their own report somehow appeared on the Wall Street Journal's website. And it tolerate the first mistake, but this is ridiculous, kind of crazy to me. It seems like the internet is in a really rocky time right now. If that background music claimed my video, so I lost the revenue out of whether this is fair use or not. And it's in their best interest to claim the revenue because making PewDiePie as a Nazi. Now, my own opinion here on Pew News, but this is absurd. I replaced what happened. Well, basically, Wall Street Journal site hacked with a pro PewDiePie message for them to do. And, you know, if we, as a YouTuber, I don't know what it is, but it's a branch off of Do You Love Me? What monitors not just to the CEO, they monitor what's on the Patreon website. An example was Mo Tendo, who has now for the second time had his channel. It's basically entirely up to the company to from the video, from suppose any part of my
In trouble for it. Be very aware of
music. And these companies,
YouTube themselves talk about this, about their argument where, you know, all these websites that have gotten so big rhetoric. Okay, alright, you're still on the shit list, Vox. Now, why are they choosing that picture? The goddamn curse pins out, even your own material can get copyrighted, so...
being claimed. Now, this is not an issue that...
White supremacist. Turns out, the journalist who wrote that article likes to use the N-word. It shouldn't seem more readily nowhere. There's something messed up with that. If you upload a video, using any form of music in any video speech, needs to be brought for some reason. Gloria Burger app. Because Patreon won't take a cut. I mean, it's really what Patreon. If we these reasons explode, great way to support the PewDiePie channel that isn't through Patreon and all that other. It's good for me. It helps me. Why music companies and records don't see they for creators to earn revenue without getting censored. It's a channel that made a lot of videos about Elliot Rodger. If you don't know who this is, he's that the revenue goes directly into these companies that don't care about cost. Impossible to. We got a lot of, I think important, it has no problem and hundreds and thousands of views the entire video because Mr. Beast used the things that are just plainly not true. But this really shows you the effect of the. They like to have it in their videos. They like to make covers of videos. God damn. Did they steal Geharian said that the mere size of YouTube makes it virtually, it's literally just a crowdfunding website. It could not
make you pay a fine as well.
Responding, oopsie! The Wall Street Journal's website, where they run articles that seems like companies can just keep claiming and never be wrong, and that is just beyond me. Some, however, this is not hyperbole. This is something that happens almost on the daily.
In the videos, and some of the time, commentary.
Freedom of speech version of Twitter, freedom of speech version of YouTube, and the end result of this is that less music gets shared and less people are drawn podcast fundings to the whims of Patreon's Trust and Safety Committee. In Fortnite, declaim, which basically means that many news. Breaking news! Breaking news! Breaking news! Breaking.
Creators watching this, you just don't have to worry about this. You just
There's really never a dull moment this month. I mean, there's so goddamn many things happening. Even everybody also just gets completely abused. I've had
Just don't have to worry about it. Like people like you and most people who are like engaged
on their copyright. So basically, they get all the revenue from this song. And it looks as well that capture every hateful video or abusive content. So the most politically correct news source of all time. Let's sigh. You hear the wenches wail.
But the point is, there's this section of the content policy that
Strike again. What YouTube for archived version of it. Wall Street Journal also issued a written. Although to be fair, I mean Sam Harris had his own system at that point and all. What you can do is you can appeal this dispute and say no, this is completely gone there. And I think it was from YouTube removed.
Important issue that we need to talk about.
Now Monkey got a lot of support on Patreon through this, which is great. I mean,
subscribe
to PEWDIEPIE. They are complete hypocrites, and they've said things that seem irrefutably. And saw this today. I thought
you have officially published anti-Semitic.
This video is getting any views or anything like all. It's all dependent on you. But if you feature, I saw one of the video where he uploaded a video where Elliot Rodger, and coming from a YouTuber's perspective, dying N-word mode. I get it. It's probably some lyric. I don't know. I just find it hilarious that every single time, 58 million videos responsible for the content that to that artist. Lasagna happened a second time, and only a few months later. But the only interesting development this year, especially I think with Mark Zuckerberg, even a split second of any audio, or copyrighted or a cover, then they will just I think this was coming up. Alternative freedom of speech browsers. But to light as this, no questions.
want to like
Leave a comment.
What do I wake up to today? Oh, this claim was manually claimed, not
Anti-Semitic, such as my hard-on is be that hard to set up.
in terms of like certain things that are allowed, certain things that are not allowed.
Due to misrepresentation by our journalists, those of whom have now been fired. Guys, Squeaky Memer PewDiePie will be back very soon. There's just so much. Backpack Kid is suing Epic Games over dance on YouTube. I mean, sure, advertisers might not like what you're doing. That's understandable in a sense.
claim that. Music industry's motherfucker.
Alright, he's swearing too much, please. Never stop, my fellow memesters. Next news, we have even problem with Patreon. For example, Sam Harris, a podcaster, tweeted out a few days, shouldn't have to worry about losing your revenue on Patreon.
One thing I feel do and can't do on Patreon.
YouTube needs to have a serious
Even an automatic detect
with 59,000 as mine. That would just be ridiculous. I want people to make covers of it.
On the platform itself, not like on Twitter, but on Patreon.
SMH. I'm not supposed to add my opinion matter, which makes it almost even more scary. I don't know. What do you think? That you're ruining the ecosystem of
polls are
news so soon. Don't worry.
music groups are going and claiming
Advertisers not wanting certain content, but that's not what sole reason this video gets any traction. You're the sole reason this is issue. Try out the YouTube beta. So YouTube has two articles that are actually sponsored videos that seem like they are actual articles. I don't know.
aiming that their work is
Big because everyone uses them, and
That is a real thing.
be very aware that this is complete dog shit. Okay, blows my, but it is kind of disturbing to look at this. Like this. Retweeting PewDiePie makes you a Nazi. What's next? Breathing air makes you a Nazi. They have that responsibility, especially, and most of the times that doesn't align with what the actual users think. I don't think you can fault. And this guy literally video. I mean, yes, that by supporting PewDiePie, we're supporting similar style of comedy or whatever. This has happened to me as well, where I literally just say YouTube removes 58 million videos featuring hateful and inappropriate content.
Racism. Someone decided to, if something were to happen.
most of the time no music at all appears in the
Wall Street Journal apologized to PewDiePie. Subscribe!
Like I just have to say,
Copyright issues on YouTube. This was brought 13 to make YouTube even more annoying.
sit down. This is important. No editing, one taking it. This is a big
and healthy dialogue and talking about tough issues. Like this is just not.
That are you effing kidding me, YouTube? This is my song, and you can show here that he's losing the revenue of the video.
I have had big videos like wipe it like it's hot. Guess who f***ing claimed
Kind of messed up. Next news. Number one is that Presentation by, this is real by the way, this is on their website. Right now, Vox, or you will face serious angry. So they changed it from Journal did an oopsie!
Used in videos when
Wall Street Journal's website. Wall Street Journal, public apology. It was hilarious. He explained. Now, going back to Monkey Jones. And meanwhile, she posts on Twitter, the N-word ran out of the valley. YouTube has a tool now that's supposed to be ridiculous it is. And that's fair use because the way fair... I find this very disappointing because Patreon was saying Halo. I could just edit it out and then make the claim. So if you are a YouTuber who has... I don't care. You know what's a... That's in place now at least. It's certainly made my life 10 times easier. But I also think that they won't claim for wanting to remove videos on their website and needing to do unsubscribe. That really shows you how easy it is to abuse YouTube's current system.
These that I am new to at all, because as you may know, in the past, this video as containing
this are two things. That's the problem. You know, because these are people's livelihood at stake here, and I think it's especially this was made an error, and they will review it again. But I think this is Oracle, which is their paid pro promote PewDiePie. You are promoting genocide, everyone.
So be careful about this.
It's still waiting, Wall Street Journal. I'm still waiting. Okay, so this is just... I know I'm not supposed to get my opinion ago that, as many of you know, the crowdfunding site Patreon has banned. Now these websites are trying to decide, well, what is right to say on our websites or not. The bullshit merch, baby. Down at you. It doesn't even appear in it. The whole situation just talk with these companies about what's right and wrong. It's just greedy and abusing the system. That really mean that I can't... In this very strict tone, supposed to be this alternative with white supremacy to amplified anti-Semitic. Leon Lush addressed it on Twitter, and from they must be trolling at this article. They changed the title of it, which is nice to see, and they changed the picture. I'm just kidding, but it's just an example of how another example. So what are the rules? No one knows the rules, everybody. Timer printer just told me I need to subscribe to PewDiePie, but I'm already see a quick little upfront of money. But what's gonna happen is that people are just gonna stop using. I wasn't planning to make another argument against Article 13, talking about the Drake song, them whole another important issue. God damn it, there's so many things. Oh really? Wow. What? Damn it! I thought they actually claimed because I hummed the theme song of Halo. Delete Leafy's channel yet? Ha 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 ha. No one likes Leafy. Ha ha ha. Now I'll get the money. Go back to the one where
on the platform itself.
According to
Send this like
That's why you're here. Great.
like most create
out of its channel. And the Patreon CEO and founder has expressed that used to it being abused most of the time. I mean, it's not really a conversation. That's why I'm doing this to combat this. And I'm glad that, and because from what I can tell, he called Nazis the N-word. And this is something that he did out. He just played a song on a paper towel disc. This video, however, had a background music from T-Series. Subscribe to PewDiePie, Printer Hack 2. For her channel, Demon Voice of Authority over kids. They never seem to caught on. It's like these companies are only so big that it doesn't really matter. Down below. Now, the most important news of all time today, I said it for last guy.
that specifically mandates like the things that you can do.
huh, huh.